health. those folks to come in to get tested and, if necessary, to get treatment. If not, to look at and explore PrEP as an option for their safer sex practices. We're very, very proud of the work that that's being done there.
Great. Chris, do you have any questions for Dr. Burke?
So we have to train.
Hello.
Ellis Center. So I've seen the Ruth Ellis Center in the paper a lot lately. There's some exciting developments going on that I can see brought a little smile to your face. Is there anything fun to share about the new stuff?
Oh wow. Mark's gonna kill me, our development director.
You can just say anything that's already in the paper.
I think that the great thing that's happening is the groundbreaking of our permanent supportive housing program that will be specifically geared towards LGBTQ youth. We're really excited about that. We've got a new director assigned. We've got tons of really great staff, and that's going to grow. I can't wait for that to open. Another previous job that I had was working with Neighborhood Service Organization and their PSH program. And if you could just see the wonderful things that happen when a homeless person gets a home, gets the place to live. And for those who are suffering or struggling with HIV and AIDS, it's so much easier to take medication when you've got a place to store it. It's so much easier to remember to take your meds when you can have a wall clock or your cell phone nearby and not have to worry about somebody stealing it. It's just so exciting. I can't wait until it opens. I believe right now they're projecting early 2001, but don't quote me on that. You can keep track by joining our Facebook page, www.ruthelliscenter, all one word.org.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's great. It's so good to hear about all these really exciting developments. Well, thanks again so much for joining us, Dr. Burke. We really appreciate having you on today. Why don't we get moving to our next special guest, who was just chiming in with some questions for Dr. Burke, and that's Alyssa Dipole, the Vice Chair of the Macomb County Democratic Party. Welcome, Alyssa. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi there. I'm excited to be here today.
Great. I'd like to mention also very briefly that Alyssa has been a very dedicated volunteer for Macomb County Pride over the last year and a half or so as we've been getting things up and running here. So I really appreciate all that you've done to help support the organization, Alyssa.
Totally. I think it's an important thing to be an ally and recognize the rights and privileges that I have and make sure that all of my neighbors, literally geographically near me, but also worldwide, can experience the same privileges that I have. And I think it's important to stand up for that. And if that means, dedicating time, money, energy, whatever, creative talents, show up and do up until everyone has equity and equality.
For local municipalities to adopt Pride Month resolutions. A bit more about how you can do that.
Yeah, so I want to reverse it a little bit longer than just 2020. So in 2019, I live in East Point, and in 2019, East Point was the first municipality in Macomb County LGBT Pride Month. And that's really special. As things go on, a city doesn't always get to be the first at much of anything anymore. And for East Point to be the first in Macomb County was really special. And it's a real proud moment for a lot of East Pointers. And working with Macomb County Pride, we sent it out to every local elected official in the county. pass a Pride Month resolution or proclamation, depending on how they roll in their community, in 2020. So we had 6 last year, and we are excited to do more this year, but we need your help.
Point last year, it was Mount Clemens, Utica, Clinton Township, and Roseville and Warren all adopted Pride Month resolutions or proclamations as well. And so, yeah, we really encourage folks to help advocate for the adoption of these types of resolutions in their community. We've actually, Macomb County Pride has set up on our webpage or city council or even your county commission. We've got an entire contact list there as well on our webpage where you can figure out how you can contact those elected officials to get that request made.
Yeah, totally. So on our website, macombcountypride.com, and that's really going to be our home for the year. But right up top is June 2021 as LGBTQ plus Pride Month resolutions. We had 6 municipalities do this. 10. You have, like Phil said, the sample resolution is there, easy to download. It just says link, you add your name there and a contact list for all of the elected officials in the county. And as a resource, if anyone has any troubles reaching out or connecting with someone or want to know, like, there's a lot of great activists involved with Macomb County Pride. So shoot us an email and, we might know someone on one of these city commission or city councils. For our local leaders to hear from their residents and not this growing organization. It's really, when it comes from their neighborhood and their backyard, that really means something to these local officials. So we'll still do our outreach, but we want to make sure that all of LGBTQ people fingertips to be able to do that too.
George, I think you're muted. Still, I'm sorry, we still can't hear you.
Then she will.
I currently don't live in Macomb. I actually live in Wayne County and in Dearborn Heights. But I think it would be a good idea. I've always advocated for more not vision, but a bigger view of LGBTQ folks, because just in my block we have 3 families. There are a lot of folks downriver. Not everybody lives in Ferndale and Royal Oak.
No. You're absolutely right. Awesome. All right. Let's see. Do we have any comments from people watching from home here?
I'm Dave from Sterling Heights. So from the place, I can literally bike ride there, so I can just stand out front of the door, out front of the door with a flag every day until they get it. I mean, if something like that, I don't know how it works, but So I could probably like set up a generator and just telework and sit there, if just to be seen.
You raise a good
So-
point. For a Pride Month proclamation or resolution in your community can be as easy as sending an email to the people who you help to elect as your representatives to that body, to indicate your support for that type of resolution. To show up in ways like you're describing, especially in these days while it's awfully chilly outside. It might be a little easier to do something along those lines. But that's great. We would love to hear Sterling Heights get on board with something like a Pride Month resolution this year.
Important in terms of getting HIV and AIDS back in the public awareness. I know we spent nearly a whole year, consumed by this pandemic, but we still have numbers that are too high, particularly in the African American community, and we need to revisit, or better visit, this issue, to get those numbers down and to do a lot more prevention work than we've been doing lately.
As individuals, or even Macomb County Pride as an organization, can help to raise that issue more visibly in our communities.
And more conversation. People don't want to talk about it. I've even heard people from the LGBTQ community say, well, that's over. No, it's not over. The virus is alive and kicking. We have not found a cure. PrEP may stave something off, but if you don't take it properly, it's not going to work. You can bring your viral load down to the point where it's undetectable, but if you're not taking your medications consistently, that's not going to happen. So I think we need to people did not stop having sex or using needles for intravenous drug usage. So we still have to bring this to folks' attention. Another way to do it is revisiting the idea of teaching sex ed in public schools, or teaching parents how to teach their kids about it. I always think that coming from mom and dad and done over time in a developmentally appropriate way is the best way to do things. And we've seen, I don't have the statistics right in front of me, but we know that there's a difference in terms of people contracting sexually transmitted diseases when they have had good, solid, science-based sex education. We need to be honest to our kids, otherwise we can't turn around and blame them fully for what's happened. So I think honest conversations are necessary, not just in the LGBTQ community, but also in the straight and our allied communities as well.
Our live stream from Chesterfield. He's a township trustee and he's interested in the resolution. And Cardi from East Point is also, so they passed it twice, and also interested in introducing it again in 2021.
For chiming in. I really appreciate hearing that we have some elected officials who are watching our stream today. Dr.
Thank you for your courage.
Yes. Conversations about the risks of HIV and AIDS still being very relevant for our community in this day and age. That's a great opportunity, I think, for Macomb County Pride as an organization, maybe to step up a little bit and help to provide a platform for those conversations to take place. Thank you for suggesting that. I really like that. Excellent. Well, let's see here. Trying to make sure that we, I know Alyssa had just mentioned we had a couple of folks to date on all of the comments that are coming in from viewers at home today. Let's see here. Chris, can you tell us a little bit, please? Now, Macomb County Pride, as an organization, on our website, we have this calendar. Chris, can you tell us a little bit about what folks can expect to see on that calendar and how to find it?
So you can find the calendar on our website as well as our Facebook page. You can also email us. In the process of planning a gay night out in downtown Mount Clemens, where that as a 2021 downtown Mount Clemens. We're very excited about that. And again, coming soon in the future.
Coming events. Not just, like Chris was saying, not just for Macomb County Pride programs and events like this talk show today. Others are doing in our community. Also like to mention an upcoming event that we're actually just finalizing the scheduling details for right now. Our own Pamela Alexander, who is one of our board members here, but she is going to be presenting a program we're calling Our Hidden Figure, The Life and Legacy of Reverend Dr. Pauli Murray, a civil rights and women's rights legal scholar. This program where we take a closer look at the Reverend Dr. Murray's life. Civil rights movements. A couple of words about the program, but I know I'm really looking forward to it. Is that Pamela? Can you? I think you're unmuted now. Necessary. Okay. We do have program. We're going to be doing this talk show every month on the first Sunday at 1 p.m. Talking a little bit more about our selection is Patsy by an author named Nicole Dennis Ben. And we're going to be hosting a discussion on Discord on that particular reading on February the 24th. I think it's 7 p.m. Show program is also going to be discussing March's Reading Month, and we'll learn more about the book club at that program as well. And we're going to talk some about LGBTQ Health Awareness Week. Foster parents. We're going to learn some more about that. www.macombcountypride.com. You can sign up there for our email newsletter. Join us on Discord, where we're building a growing community. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, where we're going to start sharing all of our videos here before too much longer. Here on the live stream.
I just want to thank you for the opportunity to talk about Ruth Ellis and the great work that we're doing. If anybody is in need of some assistance from us, if it's okay, I'd like to give the phone number. We're at 252-1950. So if anyone is in need of anything from some help with housing to medical care to get HIV tested, or just wants to come have a good time, we have a lot of activities still, usually on Wednesdays right now due to the pandemic. But my hope, knock on wood, is we'll be able to do more in the summer. Please give us a call and take part. If you're not looking for services, you're looking for help, you can call there and ask for our development department, and I'm certain that they can plug you into many volunteer activities that they have available.
Thank you. One more time, Dr. Hirsch, what's that phone number?
It's 313-252-1950.
All right, 313-252-1950.
Right.
Once again, thanks for joining us today.
No problem. I appreciate you asking me.
All right, Alyssa, Chris, Jade, Pamela, Ryan, anybody else? Thanks, everybody.
Residents in the county that are gonna advocate for resolutions in where they live, which is great. Of the work Macomb County Pride's doing.
Excellent, thank you.
I just say thank you.
Go Chiefs!
I just want to say thank you to the audience and viewers for being patient with us as we experience technical difficulties. Better, upwards and onwards.
Thank you, everybody else, and Dr. Hirsch's comment here. If you're watching the game today, or if you're not watching the game today, I hope everybody still has a chance to get their favorite snacks. I'd like